the Cross Naginata, one of the cooler looking weapons. Can we just get a silly P glow up already? True. That wasn't one of the ones they retired, right? So they had a chance to retire Celestin Prime and they didn't, so I don't know. Paul Arm enjoys feasting. Finally, it's finally our time. Let's check out the Fug real quick. Kruleboyz, not war clans, but just Kruleboyz. This still isn't a guarantee. So, that might be, Dewey defeats Truman holding up the newspaper, right? But it's a good sign. Please give them 2 books. Separate but equal. Anyway, enhance. Orcs are everywhere in the mortal realms, truculent hooligans who love nothing more than fighting, looting, and killing. But as you'd expect from such a fractious race, they don't get along. Although, they've been doing nothing but basically getting along every campaign for the whole game. That's beside the point. The Kruleboyz are one of the more prominent orc cultures, suddenly. Recently emerged into the mortal realms, these lean and lanky swamp dwellers embody the cunning morkish aspect of their great two-headed god, Gorka Morka, above his gorkish brutality, though they've got veneration enough for both. Big getting along energy. It's Kruleboyz summer. There he is. The Master Blaster. The fun man. Kruleboyz, war clans. No, don't say that word. Don't say that word around me. My hopium. Ah. Alright. Prefer to make their homes in fawatted bogs, mist-shrouded marshes, and other sources of dense camouflage and foul fauna. Here they can exercise their limitless scope for cruelty and cunning, where an armored Ironjaw's orc might cleave a human in 2 with one swing from his chopper. Kruleboyz prefer to pinion their foe with a poisonous spear in order to watch them suffer. We're talking about the duel with the mountain here, right? Trying to get that imagery from Sand Snake Man. The Kruleboyz fancy themselves the smartest around, and they enjoy getting one over those who think themselves better than an orc. There's nothing better than bringing the high and mighty crashing down to earth with a mocking cackle. Despite their more cautious attitude towards warfare, the Kruleboyz are orcs through and through. They're slender compared to their hulking cousins in the Ironjaws, trading bulk for a longer reach. I had the reach. Hard thinking is something to be encouraged, and they will calmly calculate a plan of attack rather than hurtling headlong into a scrap. Kruleboyz War Party, or Warp Arty, creeps forward under cover of night and fog, hefting jagged weapons coated with venom harvested from bog-dwelling horrors, and gleefully lays traps and lures their foes into an ambush. With this penchant for skullduggery, smarts, and sheer spite, Kruleboyz stay on the literal cutting edge of unpleasant innovations. Ahem. They proudly craft gurning scare shields. Does it mean grinning? Or does it mean like a gurney? Well, to intimidate their foes. And the deaf spikas of each war clan construct vicious war machines, like giant beetle skewer killboys, which can bring down the biggest monstars. I call them beetle skewers on account of Valarial. It means face? Oh, okay. Each Kruleboyz war clan is divided into tribes, defined by their obsessions and contributions. Bad Stabbas make up the warrior class of the war clan, from lowly youths to fearsome merc knobs, while Git Snatches are experts in vile corpse picking, and Deaf Spikas are swaggering sharpshooters. The swamps in the mortal realms are full of big beasties, like the great Gnash Tooth and Sludge Raker, and the Beast Breaka tribes have learned to subjugate such monsters, bending them to their will, and presenting them to their chieftains to ride into battle. Only the most sly and malicious Kruleboyz rise through the ranks to become a killa boss. They are consummate schemers and vicious warriors in equal measure, who carefully survey the battlefield from on high. Top 8 Corpse Ripa Vulture. Dude, somebody give me a... How much do I have to pay Bernie Sanders to read this fucking thing? On top a Corpse Ripa Vulture. Or keep a furtive eye on their subordinates from ground level. Swamp Kalla shamans channel the roiling energies of the Wa to transform the battlefield into soul-sucking swamps. Kruleboyz work side by side or boot on face with Grots, tolerating their craven weakness more easily than the brutish Iron Jaws. Hobgrots are particularly mean-spirited minions who band together for protection within Kruleboyz war clans and are smart enough to hustle deals with Gargans, Git mobs, and other trade partners. They strike frequent bargains with Hashut-worshipping Duarden, guaranteeing a steady supply of cast-off weapons and explosives. For a seeming gaggle of swamp-dwelling undesirables. Yeah. The Kruleboyz are much more than a thorn in everyone's side. If left unchecked, they'll bring whole civilizations to ruin. Chorfs mentioned. Ugh, stop it. Stop mentioning Chorfs, Games Workshop. Just put them in Old World if you must. Anyway. What do we got here? The Kruleboyz have a sly disposition and stoop to dirty tricks to get the upper hand in battle. I'm very excited to read all of this because Kruleboyz should be fun. And I don't know that I've seen it yet. Dirty tricks. Your army can use one dirty trick per phase. Oh, per phase, okay. The effect of a dirty trick ability is only applied if you make a successful roll, of course. Yeah, it has to be random because it's destruction. The success of a dirty trick roll depends on the number of dirty trick abilities your army has already used this battle round. Okay, so for a battle round. Okay. First on a 2-up, then on a 3, 4, and 5. 1 per phase. Resets every battle round. Okay. And then you get dirty tricks, which just happen. Once per turn army, any charge phase. Pick an enemy unit that charges turn and is in combat with a friendly Kruleboyz unit to beat the target. Inflict D3 mortal dam. In addition, for the rest of the turn, the target's weapons cannot be affected by charge +1 damage weapon ability, which is pretty common, we have seen. But if their weapon doesn't have that, maybe you don't do this. And that's fine. There's others. Kind of neat. Okay. Dirty Tricks. Done Dirt. Even AC/DC fan. Alright. Hey, thanks for the $5, Flummoxed Buffoon. I appreciate it. TY. This is either good or okay. Depends. Once per turn army, your hero phase. Pick friendly Kruleboyz infantry unit to be the target. Then pick a dirty trick. Until it's 30 next turn, target's attack, score crits on a 5-up. Oh, sure, yeah, okay. Venom encrusted weapons, or empowered nadirite blades, or sun metal, whatever the fuck the thing is. Yeah, sure. One single Kruleboyz infantry unit, and your crits crit twice as often. And in this army, as I'm guessing, we're going to see a lot of crit mortal. As is the way. Once per turn army. Your hero phase. So it's basically once per battle round you can do this one. It's only your turn. Yeah, I did used to be on the Swamp Call War Scroll, which was by and large the reason he was taken. You kind of loaded up all your buffs on something, and then just here we go. Let's roll the 6s, or I guess the 5s as well. What was it? Your little shaman would do that too, I think, if I recall. Once per turn army, any movement phase. Good. I like seeing this any stuff and not like just your. Sneaking. Pick friendly Kruelboyz infantry that has 10 or fewer models. And is not in combat, and they get to teleport. Ooh, it's a true teleport as well. No board edge, stupid stuff. Wholly within 3 of a terrain feature. More than 9 from enemy units. Okay. Well, okay, it's not a true teleport. It's a terrain teleport. This is maybe... Yeah, this is good. You could totally use this. It's unfortunate you have to set up near terrain, because dealing with terrain sucks always, but I'm liking these any parentheticals here. Teleporting on the opponent turn, very good. Once per turn army, any combat phase. Noisy racket. Pick an enemy unit in combat with any friendly Kruleboyz units. Strike last? Oh, sure. Yeah, it's great. Any combat phase, strike last on... Kind of depends. A dice roll. Consistent theme with the destruction armies is hugging that terrain. Yeah, I hate it. I hate that. You could probably ask every Grand Alliance whoever hates hugging terrain the most, and it might actually have been destruction players. Although probably everybody hates terrain. As from a player point of view. Every army without flying, probably. Okay, these are all right. One guy wants 5 up good. This thing, silver bullet, but you'll use it if it's good. Teleport thing, your turn and opponent's, good. Even if it is near terrain. And potential strike last on both turns, great, yeah. These are good. They're not consistent, but you can use a few of them, like 2, and you'll probably get them. Or you could just spam them and just try to get 5 ups every single phase. It'll be interesting how people go for it. Ahem. This one's probably the best, maybe, right? Depends on how good your shooting is. Basically, everything having crit mortals is goated, yeah. I imagine they've kept all that. Kruleboyz Kalar. Swamp Shrewd. Passive. Is this the battle formation? Yeah, alright. Friendly Kruleboyz units that are wholly within 3 of a terrain feature are not visible enemy units that are more than 12 away from them. It's a flavorful rule. But... Stop, fucking stop! Ah, please. I don't know. Maybe Kruleboyz players want and like to and enjoy hugging terrain. I guess it fits the theme of their army. But doesn't sound fun to me. A big weakness is shooting for them. Okay, in that case, maybe this is good then. Because you're so glass cannony that you just don't want to get shot, right? When I was looking at the ogre thing, and I'm like, yeah, we don't want to... Like, we don't care about shooting. And so why would we care that we give a terrain, you know, obscuring or whatever? But that's before I realized they took all our durability away. So maybe we do care about shooting. Lure the Swamp. Choking Fug. They should have called it Fug. 7. Pick friendly Kruelboyz Wizard to cast a spell. Ooh, 18's a good range. Visible enemy unit. Oh, the enemy unit, though, has to be wholly within 18. -1 from the attack characteristic. Good debuff. Till the start of your next turn. Nice range. Visibility applies to spells too? Correct. Actually applies to, I think, even fighting and stuff too. It applies to a lot now. Yeah, this is a great debuff. Gob Spracken, the Mouth of Mork. 12 move, 14-5. With a 6-up. Five control. 5-up, 6-up, not very defensive, but he never was. He was always a glass cannon. That was his weakness, right? He's got some attacks. He's got some other attacks. There's actually a lot of some other attacks. 7, 4, 2, 1, 2. And a 1, 3, 2, 1, d6. Still not really like a fighter, exactly. But he's got a bunch of them, I suppose. Once per battle reaction, opponent declared a spell. This unit uses the Unbind ability, but the Unbinding is 3d6 instead of 2d6. Ooh, okay. Say, with the way that Unbinding works now, it says this unit uses the Unbind ability. I think this is free. It doesn't say you have to have an Unbind available. You know what I mean? You could, like, cast 2 spells and then use this and just get an Unbind at 3d6. I think. Yeah, I think it's free. The bird just eats the spell. It's once per battle, you know, reaction too. Seems cool. Once per turn army, any combat phase. Crush to death. Pick an enemy unit in combat with you. Roll a die. If the roll exceeds the target's health characteristic, one model is slain. Rampage. Yeah. Alright. Mork says no. Each time the unit unbinds, inflict D3 mortal damage. If the unbinding roll was 10 up, inflict D6. Cool, he kept the fun thing. And it's each time. Nice. You love to see it. Cool. Literally in response. Your hero phase Strangle Hacks. Costs 6, or casts on a 6 spell. 18, good range. Roll number of dice equal to the target's health characteristic to a maximum of 10. No fun allowed. You can't two-shot a Mega Gargant. What do you mean I can't roll 20 dice? Or 40. What do you mean I can't deal 20 mortal damage to King Broad? Anyway. This spell does 5 mortal wounds to a monster. That's great. In the edition where they're reducing damage, I guess they don't want you to do 20 mortal wounds to King Broad. Oh, fair. It still feels a little bad to put maximums like this in. But whatever. 5 mortal damage is a lot in this edition. It's Stranglehex, not Testicular Teresian. Yeah, true. This guy's funny, I like him. Yeah, his save fucking sucks, and his 6-up ward sucks. He's not, like, that great at fighting, but I don't know, he's better at fighting than you would expect a wizard to be. This passive is fun, this passive is fun. Crush to death is kind of fun. It sort of adds to his damage in a certain way, right? And Strangle Hex is decent against monsters and stuff. He's a double wizard. I don't know. Seems like a funny little guy to me. Pardon me. War Master, true. You wish you had a cast bonus for a big caster? Yeah, almost nothing has a caster bonus, it seems. He's a wizard that bullies other wizards. Kill a boss on Great Nash Tooth. What's this one? Nash Tooth. This isn't... Is this the Swamp Boss Slumdrek kind of guy, except generic? Or is this the smaller mount guy, dog? Okay, this is Dog Rider, not Croco Sloth Rider. It's the horse dog small dude, okay. 10 move, 10 health, 3 up save, good armor. Hero Cav. No ward. Boss Stinka. 4 attacks, 3 3s, 1 2. Crit mortal, good. Great Nash Tooth's Jaws. 5 4s and 3s, 1 2. Alright. That's ours, you gets. When this unit is contesting an objective you do not control, add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Kruleboyz infantry units wholly within 12. He is not infantry. Okay, so you have to combined arms here. The dog guy shows up and enters the same exact combat that some of your infantry is also in. If you're on an objective. He doesn't have to be in combat, though. He just has to be, like, chilling on an objective kind of close to that. All part of the plan. Pick another friendly Kruleboyz unit wholly within 9. Add 3 to the control score. Okay. This guy's like a little... I don't know, he's like a little tactical motorcycle just kind of driving around and he helping stuff out. Ooh, I'm going to go over here and help capture something. I'm going to go over here and give a bonus. He can fight reasonably good for a little dog rider guy. He's an objective stealer man. If your infantry needs help, he drives over there and rolls some attacks and gives them stuff. He's a middle manager. Very lead from the back. Alright, seems neat. Crit. Crit Japan. Oh. Merc Knob with Belchabana. Oh, it's this dude. This shit's kind of cool looking, though. Hero Infantry. Destruction Kruleboyz. No war clans. Hopium. 6 health, 5-inch move, 4 up save. 5 control for one guy. Merc Knob Cleava. Alright. The Power of Kragnos. Who? Friendly Kruleboyz have ward 6 while they're wholly within 12 of this unit. Okay, you can give your guys a ward if you want. Neat. Breath of the Mire Drakes. Pick each enemy unit in combat with this unit to be the targets. You want this guy in combat? Alright. Roll die for each target on a 1. This ability has no effect. 2 to 5 inflict 1 mortal damage. Oh shit. 1? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Okay, 6 up ward, I guess. Your guys are still fragile even with 1. But sure. This combat shit sucks. Whatever. He's got control 5 for the banner here. That's kind of neat, though, I guess. Gut Rip Buzz. These dudes. They get champion and musician and standard bearer. They get it all. They get each thing. Plan is to have 15. Yeah, just have 15 Merc Knobs. Mass mortal wound. Everybody has 6 up ward. You can control like 50 on a point. That's thinking with portals. 5 up save, 2 health. 2 attacks, 4s and 3s. Oh, 1 crit mortal. Sure. You get 10 guys, though. And you have 3-inch range now. So it's 20 attacks, crit mortal. Alright. Scare attack TX. Any combat phase. Roll die on a 3-up, subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by non-hero units that target this unit. -1 to hit is a good debuff. Moving into this edition, it seems to me. Like 4 mortals, yeah, it's probably pretty good for whatever 10-man chaff squad this is supposed to be, you know. Some mortal wounds. Chance to do actual damage to basically anything, right? Do we know the rules for standards and musicians? Yes. Standards are +1 control score, and musicians are, you roll an additional die when you're rallying them. So they're minor bonuses, but, you know, some people have them, some people don't. It's nothing so important as, like, +1 to charge, or run and charge always, like some banners used to be, and, you know, you can pick out, really. Champion is +1 to both attacks, shooting, and melee. Yes, but champions can't hold the cool weapons anymore, which is a huge nerf. But also they got rid of a lot of the cool weapons, so I guess it doesn't matter. And what do we got? This is for Spearhead, but it's neat that you get a Kruelboyz. Your general and the target have strike first this phase. Interesting. This is a window into what their other stuff is. Oh, Beast Skewer Killbow. War Machine. 5 health, 5 up save, 5 move. The damage characteristic of this unit's Beast Skewer bolts is 6 instead of d6. The target is a monster. Sure. 24-inch, 2 attacks, 4s and 2s, Ren 2, damage 6, crits auto wound. Alright. 2 attacks, 4s to hit. Probably won't do a lot unless you play against me and only roll 6s. Then I'm dead. So, I don't know, maybe play 1. Who cares? And yeah, it's just the Spearhead rules for this thing. Generally they're pretty similar, but it's like a taste of it. Auto wound on a 2-up to wound is not exciting, you are right. There are a lot of monsters now, and there's even stuff that didn't technically used to be a monster that it is now. Auto wound, sweet, I don't have to roll a 2-up, let's go. How excited am I here? As a Kruleboyz player. I'm looking at these dudes and I'm like, nice. My chaff gets to do mortal wounds. Cool. My banner boy kinda sucks. Maybe you'll take a 6-up ward and a 5 control score. Who knows? This dude is just a little annoying combined arms guy. A little problem solver. Driving around the table. Helping out some infantry that's struggling somewhere on an objective. Gobsprack is a funny little guy. With goofy little abilities. Choking Mist is a great debuff. Swamp Shroud is probably necessary for how fragile you are. And your dirty tricks are... I mean, you get to try a bunch of them. You get to do a bunch of them. What is it? Battle round or turn? Battle round, okay. I wondered when they reset. I wonder if it's worth just rolling it every single time. Just like, alright, it caps out at 5, but I'm gonna do one of these every single phase of the entire battle round, right? Just, even if it doesn't matter, just do it to get the max value, or if you should save it. So that you can do some like shooting combo with the movement one and then almost auto pass it, you know? Kind of depends. If you're going first, then the 2-up for this one teleport after you've shot. Seems pretty sick. If you're going second in the battle round, then you've probably ended up using a bunch of dirty tricks, and that's less likely. It's going to be an interesting thing to watch players try to figure that out, or if there isn't really a good answer, it's just like playstyle. Considering what Kruleboyz looked like before, how do you guys feel about this? Kruleboy players. Out of the woodwork with you. What do you think? So this shit's kind of cool. This is kind of cool. This is really good. This guy's a funny little guy who does some weird shit. Killaboss is interesting and tactical. Merknob does something, kinda. Your Chaff does mortal wounds. And the Killbow, there's a lot of monsters now, man. Just roll some dice. I don't know, this stuff seems kinda good. I don't think it's an S. Even factoring in how bad things used to be, I still think it's A for exciting. I don't think it's quite S. Too much rolling. Bottom of A, I think. I think the very bottom of A, maybe. A minus, B plus, B plus, A minus, S tier, you love dice. C to B, you think, says Burglar. Alright. We got opinions all over the place. How excited am I for their rules? Because it's kind of like, how hype am I, right? It doesn't matter what it used to be. It matters how good it feels compared to everything else. B plus. B plus. Nothing was really like bad here. It's just all a bunch of like B plus stuff. I think. Nothing really felt bad necessarily. I would say that I'm kind of amped. You could say. Those tricks.
Good job,
cool.
King.
Oh, good job, King. Realm of Thorns, thanks to tier 1 for 33 months. Appreciate it. Congrats on getting Twitch partner. Hey, I appreciate it. It was a long, hard road. 700 years in the making. But we did it. If both boys still do mortals, yeah, we didn't. I didn't see enough to get hyped up enough. Here's my defense for putting it in B+, even though everything looked good, and Dirty Tricks seem very good. They didn't show me Sludge Raker Beast, they didn't show me Master Blaster Guy, they didn't show me Bolt Boys to see if they still did mortals, or Gul'dan the Sorcerer. It's kind of like OBR not showing you Catacross. It's like, what are you doing? Show me the goods, right? Who's this Dog Rider hero? Dog Rider hero? Who? Gimme Scumdrek, you know? Like, show me some good stuff. Anyway.